Hanging around the old NBC Sports Ranch, chilling out, doing the social media thing. Then this bomb dropped. Thank you for the opportunity at Patriots. Hashtag go win it. Everybody's like, what? I mean, this is how much of a pain this guy's been to the Patriots. He beat the press release. He scooped the team. He made the announcement before Stacey James could fire this out. And then about 30 seconds after AB made it known that he was no longer in New England, this came from the Patriots. The New England Patriots are releasing Antonio Brown. Yeah, we know. We appreciate the hard work of many people over the past 11 days, but we feel that it is best to move in a different direction at this time. You know, as I like to say on the news stations, we have team coverage. We'll talk with DJ Bean and Phil Perry in a minute. Curran's even coming in later on tonight. We got Shaughnessy, we got Beetle. Dan, you were against this from the get-go. The reaction.
Well, does Antonio Brown get a championship ring now? Does he get to go to the house, or does he get barred at the door like Ma Rivas?
I don't think he's going to go to the house.
No.
Who knows if he gets a ring? Maybe that's an NFLPA thing.
Well, and the statement is just, it's bathed in legalese. You know, it does make me wonder if he got the $5 million, if any payment was made. I know it's not due until Monday. I'm still wondering about that because the Patriots are being very careful. There's no admission of anything in that statement other than another direction. Nothing about the seriousness of the charges, nothing about respect for women. This was boilerplate legalese 101.
How about the fact that the statement wasn't signed by either the coach or the owner of the team? It was made by team spokesperson. Did Stacey James sign Antonio Brown? Because it seems like Stacey James let Antonio Brown go, according to that statement. I mean, it was very vague.
That's right. Stacey went in and said, "That's it, Bill."
That's the way it was.
I'm putting my foot down.
The "we are releasing." I thought, if you're going to make a statement of any sort, you would think it would be signed somehow, but it wasn't. It was an unsigned statement. It was just general. And I wonder if that's why. I wonder if it's related to recouping the money and if they're covering all the bases legally to be able to do that in the coming days, weeks, months, whatever it may take.
In case he goes after them, if they go after him for money they gave him, this will end. It'll be more bloodshed on this thing. But you're right to the point where Bob Kraft has still yet to utter word one about this. Now back 11 days since they signed him, there's been nothing except having the cartel float out there that he never would have had him here if he had known all this in the first place. But of course, could have stopped him from playing in the game on Sunday. Did not. They really needed him for that 43-0 win now. In retrospect, good idea.
Well, I believe the language was orchestrated from the get-go, even when Drew Rosenhaus went on network television and he said, we're not going to talk about whether the Patriots knew about the civil litigation. Because as Bird pointed out, as part of the out for the Patriots to recoup the money is if they don't have knowledge of something, then they can go after the money. So, so I think
non-disclosure is the way that is the legal recourse that they have to recoup it, and it's pretty narrow. That is the only way that they're going to be able to get that back.
Right. So, I still believe, personally, I think Belichick knew what was going on. Because I don't think Rosenhaus would have burned a bridge.
I'm just full of questions. Also, do the people who bought those Antonio Brown shirts at the Patriot Pro Shop, did they get their money back? Is there going to be a give back on the $99.99 sale yesterday?
I don't know, man. Beetle, you had an answer for that?
I don't know. Dan, this is all fresh. I would say give them a call if you're curious to know.
I don't need my money back.
Give them a call. For all those people that you seem very concerned about, I would say give them a call.
Well, through all of this, though, it seems that the people who are offended, angry, and maybe I'm just living in a bubble, it was the media. Tom Kernan's coming in later. He was against this from the beginning. Beetle, quite honestly, I forgot what I can't remember.
Thanks a lot, Gary.
No, he was against it.
You were against it. Okay, I was for it.
I'm a witness.
I was before the litigation came out, before the civil suit came out.
Zoe, not so much.
I was really?
Yeah.
No. Yeah. But before the civil suit came out,
he won't be mad now. He won't be upset now for some reason.
I go, give it a try. But then when the accusation of rape came out, I said, you got to cut this guy loose. I don't know if this bothers anybody. Does it bother anybody besides us?
I think there's some. I just don't think that there's a lot of people, and the people that it does bother, they're not going to be bothered enough to make it known.
I just think for sports fans...
We heard from some. I mean, the majority of the people that have spoken out as fans have said they, just win, innocent until proven guilty.
Yeah.
Today, talking about how there was no threat in the text messages. What's Klemko's background? I mean, what are the rumors about? Did they pay this girl to say these things? I mean, the absurdity of some of the things that have been said in the last couple of weeks have not reflected well on the fan base here in New England.
And I think this action coming today, it saves the embarrassment of Sunday's game with him being greeted like a hero of some sort. After all Antonio's been through, he overcame the odds and he's in a Patriot uniform. The wild cheering, the wearing of the uniforms, at least we won't have to be witness to that now.
All right, for more on this now, let's go to our team coverage continues. Let's go to DJ Bean, who's standing by with Phil Perry. DJ, it's all yours.
Thank you very much, Gary. Phil, I was not a fan of this signing in the first place. I think a lot of people want the Patriots. Tommy Curran wrote very eloquently that the Patriots should run like hell from Antonio Brown. Not surprised in the slightest to see how he's behaved the last few days. What took the Patriots so long today to finally move on?
Well, I think they probably wanted to look into the news that broke last night, which was significant. The fact that there are these seemingly very intimidating, or could be read that way, sort of text messages being sent to this woman, as well as Antonio Brown's cohorts, as well as his lawyer. It's significant, A, because it looks like a clear violation of the personal conduct policy. It's not a if, maybe, might be. That's pretty black and white. Looks like he's going to be coming off the field, whether it's via the commissioner's exempt list because of this, or maybe even a suspension because of this. So maybe they wanted to look into that a little bit more deeply, DJ. But honestly, I was surprised that it came down to the Patriots having to make this move, because as early as this morning, when I asked Bill Belichick, are you anticipating having Antonio Brown available to you on Sunday, he said he's still on the roster. And that, to me, was highlighting the fact that the league had not yet done anything when it looked like they had enough probably to at least put him on the exempt list, DJ, where the threshold to put someone on that list is relatively low.
Right. Like, so what are the chances you think that the Patriots had some inclination, even just from putting 2 and 2 together? You're not allowed to go threatening and intimidating people. He's probably going on the exempt list. We can probably release him knowing that he's going to end up on there anyway, and we're not going to see him sign with another team in the next couple of days.
Well, and you have the looming $5 million payment on Monday. And so does that factor in?
Do we know for
There's
sure?
a financial deadline, it looks like here.
Do we know for sure that the Patriots don't have to give him that?
We don't know for sure, but I would say that there's a reason for the timing of that sign. That's a signing bonus. Typically, that's good to go as soon as you sign. Was not the case here in Antonio Brown's case, and so we'll have to try to get a better look at some of the language in that contract. But to me, there's no coincidence there that it has been made known to us, it's public now via multiple reports, that that payment was due on Monday, the 23rd, and now they're releasing him a couple of days before that date.